Welcome back to another video. Today's review is focused on NBC original Young Rock Season 2, Episode 5, entitled What's Business? And the official synopsis of Episode 5 is: 1995, with his football dreams dashed, Dwayne asks Rocky to train him to become a wrestler. Rocky begrudgingly agrees, but when Dwayne feels he isn't progressing, he secretly turns to outside help. And before I give up my review, please like the video, subscribe or comment, or just watch the video and keep going on with your day. Episode 5 was a pretty good episode in my honest opinion, as Dwayne has now decided to become a WWF wrestler, and we just see the process on him becoming a wrestler and how it was no easy task from the very beginnings. So the episode just starts off with just Dwayne and his team just figuring out what to do next with Julian, as Julian is now becoming a lot more recognized as someone that has issues with Dwayne and everything else, as apparently he is now working against Dwayne with Dwayne's opponent in the presidential election. Dwayne refuses to give in as he feels that it is best to not do anything. And then we go to 1995. After his football dreams is dashed, Dwayne decides to work in a gym as a trainer to help people with building strength in their bodies. He helps Rocky when it comes to selling broken items from his job at Circuit City, just trying to make some extra money. But his dreams of becoming a wrestler is getting bigger and bigger as more things just start to happen that just makes his dream just more of a reality. Sometime later, Dwayne sees an old friend that he used to train at football with in college, and he just talks about what he wants to do and everything, and his friend gives him encouragement about what to do. Sometime later, the CFL offers him another chance at playing next season, and Dwayne turns him down, and that is when he tells the entire family about what he wants to do, becoming a wrestler. Everyone except for Rocky is really happy because they felt that Dwayne was going to become a wrestler eventually. And Rocky at first does not decide to train him for obvious reasons, but then he agrees, even though he is not really happy with this decision. When it comes to the training is not no easy task, as basically Rocky pushes Dwayne to his absolute limit. He tries to push him to see whether or not he would quit by doing different moves, selling, taunting, making sure that the crowd actually feels his pain. Like, he just does a lot. Dwayne, he somehow sticks it in. The entire family is watching the Royal Rumble one night, just watching the wrestling. A young Roman Reigns makes an appearance and everything else. A huge argument between Dwayne and Rocky almost happens about how wrestlers is either doing the old school techniques or the new school techniques. Like, it's just a lot. Sometime later, Dwayne is upset as he feels is that he is not progressing by no means. He calls up Pat Patterson to get a second opinion, and Pat Patterson comes to see Dwayne wrestle. Rocky is upset, but Dwayne has an audition, and the two basically wrestle and to see whether or not Pat Patterson thinks he's a good wrestler. After the audition, Pat Patterson says to keep on training, and we go back to present time, where Dwayne is not going to give in between Julian and his political opponents. And so the episode just basically ends with just Dwayne receiving a shot to wrestle in front of Vince McMahon. That is how episode 5 ends. Episode 5 to me was a pretty good episode, as we get to see Dwayne training to become a WWF wrestler. I think it's going to be pretty interesting with what happens next. And my predictions is that I think somewhere in this season, we're going to see Dwayne make his debut at MSG 1996 Survivor Series and just see how that happens and everything else. And as for Julian, I think that Julian is just going to cause more of a ruckus for Dwayne with his political campaign, and who knows if he's going to become the president with everything that's transpired. Who knows? But as always, a good episode. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.